This is Austin St. John, Jason, the original Red Ranger. You are watching the Morphin Network.
Carson's Corner is a black LGBTQ-owned small business. They sell merchandise and apparel on pop culture franchises such as Dragon Ball, King of the Hill, Sailor Moon, and of course and most importantly, Power Rangers. If you're interested in getting their amazing merch, be sure to check them out at carsoncorner.com. Link will be down below.
Terra Ice Keys, ready. Link to the Morphin Grid. Ha! Megazord power, activate. Okay, I'm done. I'm done showing off. Okay, Rangers, come in.
Wrong Zord.
I know. I don't care. We still see it in a flashback. So now we have 3 Megazords to work with beforehand. We just need to wait for it to show up early.
As if.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to wrong show. Now it's the wrong show. Welcome to Ranger Podcast Live. They both start with an R. You gotta forgive me for that. I am Time Rider Zero. With me, I have Thunder Chica and Quasar Red. How are you guys doing?
I'm doing really good. Thank you very much.
I'm doing fine as well. My pet Mosey is very happy.
Wonderful. And of course, today we are here to review the one and only, the exciting episode of Power Rangers Dino Fury, known simply as Ancient History.
Yay!
And what an episode it was. We finally get to see the face of the Gold Ranger, of course. Now, before we get started, a couple of quick things. First of all of the episodes of the entire season are now on Netflix. So now all of us have actually seen all of the episodes up to the first season. However, not everyone watching the show has Netflix. So some people are still on Nickelodeon time. So please, no spoilers in the comments after that go beyond episode 16. I apologize for the inconvenience, but you know, you gotta show some respect for our Nickelodeon fans. Okay, now that we did a bit of the housekeeping, how about we get started by doing our 30-second summary of what we thought of the episode. Noemi, what did you think of the episode?
Oh, this was really surprising, and I'm really excited that we finally get to see the Gold Ranger. And gotta say, plus the new Zord, and also a little information that we kind of figured out, which I'll mention to you guys in a few minutes. How about you, Kent? What's your take on it?
I think it was a very good episode overall. An interesting start for Ion's character. Right now, I'm just going to say it. I think he is massively more interesting than Canelo from Rhea Soldier. But there were a few issues here and there with this episode. But like I said, I will get to that in a minute as well. Mike, what did you think?
Okay, well, I honestly find the thing I find interesting with the episode is that it has a lot of great ideas in it, but it suffers from certain similar issues to Revice that I mentioned in the episode I recorded this morning. Please check it out after this episode if you haven't yet. And I'll go into that when we do with our individual critiques. But I'll say one thing I find interesting is, anyone notice that TG Fight kind of has a resemblance to 90s Walter Jones?
I kind of think he looks like with that hair. I think he looks like Tim Drake from the new Titans show.
I don't know. For some reason, he kind of looks like Walter Jones from season 2 of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. But what's weird is that, like, his accent throughout the season, he almost sounds like Walter Jones from the movie Rap City Kids Save Christmas.
We do not.
Not many people remember that movie. But no, I do think they could do a lot of interesting things with Aeon, but I still think he should have been Equation. That's just me being personal. But again, okay, but moving right along, let's go straight to the plot summary. Of course, with me hosting, the two of you are going to be doing the summary. And Noemi, you may go first.
Thank you very much, Mike. So the episode actually starts off when the Gold Ranger, aka Ion, actually went to Stonehenge, noticing all the statues were still there, and also trying to communicate with the Mosa dinosaur, which I think that was a touching moment, basically, in my opinion, because usually religious people, no, never mind, forget about that, because I kind of like how he communicates with the spirit of the muscle sword, not the muscle sword, but the muscle statue. And it also leads up where Zato actually trains the Rangers, which unexpectedly didn't know the Gold Ranger was up above them. And while they were training, Ollie was not following direction, just planning his meal since he has an empty stomach. So basically, when the Rangers were training, they actually saw and detected something, which apparently it was Ion, who happens to be Zato's best friend during ever since the attack happened. But apparently things didn't turn out well for the two, because Zato happens to give him an off look. So basically it leads to a flashback on how the situation happened, and basically when the original Rangers, before the new ones were recruited for this episode, were in the sword, and apparently they had to eject, but apparently Ion was stuck underwater, which also leads up to the Green Ranger Master, who apparently found him. And what I also noticed, the reason she was able to find him was because the Princess actually was looking for something underwater, and obviously was something was Ion. So apparently what the Rangers were saying, that the Prince actually reached out to the Ranger Master, to awaken Ion, and that's how it all started. But what we didn't know, which I actually was so interesting and surprised, that back in their home planet, Zato's people created the Sporix to not only protect them, but also fight alongside them. But apparently things did not end well, which with Ion's instinct, Zato should at least follow his instincts, but instead he followed what the masters were saying at his home planet. And yeah, I was really surprised that they created the Sporix, and the team was really surprised as well, which Amelia actually told Zato he should have stopped this from the beginning, or preventing the Sporix to ever existed. That was really surprising to me.
Yeah,
and of course, Kent, care to take over from here?
Yeah, the plot twist is actually very reminiscent of something that happens in Rhea Soldier, but more on that later.
And a little bit of Metroid, if you think about it.
So they get a distress call. The team's kind of not really trusting Zato right now, because they kept this big secret from him. And so the team, but the team decides to rush off to answer the call, and it turns out it's just Mucus with a little dart gun. Well, actually, this gun's actually a little deadlier than it looks. It pins Zato down, a little embarrassingly, which was funny. And then he causes, then Mucus causes this big liquid to fall, to ooze all over the ground, and the team gets, the team can't fight properly on it, and they slip. Ollie and Amelia are kind of embarrassingly taken down, and then Izzy and Chance are okay, well, they summon the bad guys, summon the henchmen, and Chance is just okay, or Avi is okay, looks like we'll have to fight, even if it's slippery. I was or you guys could just not step on the liquid. But anyway, but then Ion, gets inspirational and busses out, causes breaks up this crate and does this cool surfing attack, where he slides all over the liquid.
Fish oil.
The fish oil, and manages to shoot Mucus down, which was pretty cool. And then oh wait, we're not there yet. But then but then Slither shows up. They were stealing a boat, and they're our master, our mission is a success. Let us get out. This was all just one big distraction for Slither to do his scheme. And so they head out, and Zato is starting to have leadership, like he's starting to doubt himself as a leader. Ion very like monodramatically says, "You ain't fit to be a leader," and then like he just, and like everyone else decides to go off and investigate Ollie's mom's research they got from the droid last week. And then we cut to Area 62, where they are preparing a new general for Void Knight. Well, actually, we don't know if this guy will be full-time like he was in Ria Soldier, but essentially this is Wreckmate, who is essentially a modern-day version of Rito Revolto, pretty much. In the Sentai, he was a very hardcore, serious person. In Power Rangers, he's made into a bit of a goofball. Ah, look who's here.
Well, look who just arrived.
Up yours. You're okay. Shut up, Kent. Don't say anything, Mike. No, you're fine. All y'all can be quiet. Anyways.
So, do we want to change it up a bit, or Naomi, do you keep going?
I think we should let Leo take over since he is late.
Where are we at?
Mike, you're mute.
Yeah,
Mike,
since
you're
this
mute.
is a Zato episode, I figured the Red Ranger of the squad, the Red Ranger,
Okay.
should have led the synopsis.
See, when you're someone who's about to be a soon-to-be, stuff happens, okay? Anyways, where are we at?
We're at the part where the monsters go into town.
No, the Harlem Globetrotters just took center stage. I'm kidding. Okay, keep going.
Coming up to the cord, Slim Bubblegum Tate.
Oh, okay. So, after, our boy Ion shows off these moves, and then Zato is questioning with saying, should I stay leader and stuff like that? And name?
Ion?
No, not Ion. The
Wreckmate?
No, not the raptor. The mechanical raptor.
Oh, the
Solon?
most sword. Wait, what?
Solon.
Solon.
After
Oh my
Solon,
God.
Yeah, after Solon is like, listen, it's up to you. Like, listen, you made a mistake, and it's okay. Leaders make mistakes. You didn't, and to be fair, if anyone was in your position, I'm pretty sure someone would have kept that secret, saying that, yeah, I may have been a Tony Stark in this scenario, and said, screw it, we need the Superhero Registration Act, while Ion was Captain America. That's just me. So after that, I would say, so they start to morph and stuff like that, right? They go on and fight, and Zato is like, you know what? Look, Ion, look.
Can we talk about the ice cream for a second?
Oh yes, let's talk about that.
Yeah. Talk about the ice cream.
Wreck rate. Okay, so Mucus is going around being like, look, like, I guess we're gonna get the Moser Zord, the Moser Zord, but look at we need all this beach stuff. We need the beach materials. Look at all the ice cream. And he's like, what is ice cream? Like there's so many flavors. And all I could think about was the Alien Ranger episode where the equations.
Equation summer vacation, because people from Avatar.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
May I have another one, please?
like so that's your fifth one, but these frozen treats are so delicious. How can we stop? That's essentially what we got now, and Mucus is throwing all the flavors: mango, lime, strawberry, cookies and cream, rainbow sherbet, cotton candy. What other flavor? Fruity Pebbles, you name it. She's throwing all that. Oh, hey, listen, Fruity Pebbles ice cream is lit. Don't anybody knock it. I thought it was gonna be like straight trash, but my girl introduced it to me, and I'm like, this is one of the greatest things to slice bread. Anyways, so after Zato's like, yo, Ion, look, no hard feelings. I understand. Look, we from the same hood. If you think that you was a better leader, then by all means go ahead. If no one said it already, I think Ion's actor is very, very good. and I love the introduction. They all morph. We all see the Sixth Ranger salute, and they all team up and stuff like that. We see that Ion and Zato team up. They do their banter. We're like, hey, you're not all that bad. Like, hey man, I woke up 65 million years later before you did. So I mean, it is what it is. And so they take out Red Crate. They form the Megazord, and someone can take it from here because.
Okay. So since we're breaking script and by having 3 people do the summary, we may as well make it 4.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Take it away, Mike.
Okay. The first time ever the host gets to do the summary. Okay, let's do this. So the Rangers, they all we finally see all 6 of them in the same cockpit together. We don't see this very often, but we actually do see this. But unfortunately, in a subaquatic battle, the Megazord's not very hydrodynamic because they don't have access to the Mosa Razor Zord. Sorry, and of course, things are looking dire. It's almost like a repeat of the situation from 65 million years ago. And of course, Ion is second guessing what his thoughts. So instead of being resentful towards Zato, he realizes, no, maybe Zato was right. Maybe we should have abandoned the Zord then, and we should abandon the Zord now because now it's important that we keep fighting instead of falling with our ship. And of course, the Megazord gets severely wrecked, and the Rangers manage to escape to shore. And of course, at that point, Zato and Ion both apologize to each other because they realize that they should have listened to each other's perspective in both situations. So intellectual empathy is pretty much the moral of the story in this episode. Sometimes you have to hear opposing points of views, and this is also why Patriot Act is still my favorite episode of Justice League, because of that story Shining Knight says about King Arthur. Now, of course, with the Zord completely down, Ion wishes that he had the Mosa Razor Zord. I want to say Mosa Rex because that's the way it's called in Ryu Soldier, so I'm going to try really hard to say the correct name. But his humility awakened the heart of the Megazord, so it starts showing up along with the 2 snail Zords that accompany it. And of course, the 2 snail Zords, while never mentioned by name, they do form the hands of the Megazord form if you have the actual toy, which I do. But enough flexing. Okay, so Zato and Ion enter the cockpit of the Mosa Razor Zord, and it is awesome. At first, I was like confused, like why do we have like 2 cockpits when it's like strictly the Gold Ranger Zord? But honestly, I appreciate it because it's powered by the Ravkonian Brotherhood. Am I right, man? Am I right, my guy?
No, the Ravkonian Brotherhood, which slogan is, and Mike, say it with me. Am I my brother's keeper?
My brother's keeper. Yes,
I am. Am I my brother's keeper? Yes, I am. There you go.
Okay.
Just New Jack City.
Okay. So, and of course, by the power of Genesis 4, they're able to summon the Mosa Razor Megazord. Okay. And of course the Mosa Razor Zord manages to split the Red Sea. The Red Sea being a shipwreck or whatever his name is, and of course that's Exodus. But enough theology. Let's talk about morphology. Okay, so of course you get an epic pose, giant explosion underwater. This is awesome, and of course. Ravkonian greeting of brotherhood. Am I my brother's keeper?
Yes, I am.
Am I my brother's keeper?
Yes, I am.
All right. So to go back to the base, and the 2 of them have a friendly sparring match. And at first, things look aggressive, and the Rangers are like, should we stop them? But Solon says, nah. I think they squashed their beef. It's all flat.
It was a Vegeta, Goku, Deku, Bakugo, Naruto, Sasuke, John and Aaron
Asta and
Yeager
Yuno.
moment. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that definitely looks like it.
Joseph and Caesar.
Peter Parker and Flash Thompson.
Wait. From
Don't
the
even
music
bring
about
Peter to
No,
this.
from the comic books
Yeah, that too.
before he became Andrew Venom.
But movie wise, I think Flash Thompson was the best in Amazing Spider-Man.
No, if that's the case, then this is a Stark and Rhodey moment from Iron Man 2.
That's fair. Okay. Anyway, so that concludes the episode. We get our end credits with the whole dun 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 dun. Okay, and so people in the comment sections, YouTube, Facebook, let us know what you thought of the episode. Did you like it? Did you not like it? Give us your score out of 10. In the meantime, how about you guys do your scores out of 10? And of course, because this is a Zato episode, how about Leo, you go first?
Okay. I want to start off with one thing I was honestly hoping they would do because of how the episode was set up. I, honest to God, thought that they were going to do a Civil War. Like, I honestly thought this episode should have been a two-parter. And the reason being I said this is because throughout the episode, you see how Javi and Izzy are kind of questioning Zato. Like, if you and how they're praising Ion, while Ollie and Amelia are like, yo, you should. They have this sense of, yo, you should like back up off Zato. Yeah, he messed up. I was honestly thinking we were going to split the Rangers for at least like another episode or two. That's what I was hoping for, considering the fact that we pretty much had a Stark Rogers situation where Zato was Tony Stark, where it's like, yeah, we should have the Superhero Registration Act, blah, 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 blah. And Ion's like, we need to have the right to choose. Why are we having these sports beats about to run downtown to Chinatown? And we never data tested, data mined, or anything like this. Why are we finna do this? I really thought that they was going to split the team for at least a two-parter. Like, this would have been part one, part two of them coming together, blah, 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 blah. That's what I was hoping for. The end results, I mean, I would want better, but it's good. I do like it. I do like the fact that Ion and Zale squashed their beef. I want their beef to go a little bit more, just like with Wes and Eric, just like with even Sir Ivan and Tyler for a short minute. But other than that, I think the actor who plays Ion Jordan Fight, I think he did a terrific job. And considering that he's the first black sixth Ranger, you best believe we was all on this, man. Like, you had the power of the fro, like the little mini fro he had and stuff like that. I was digging it. And the fact that they gave him all the dope lines. They gave him all the dope lines. And you saw like that bond they had later on in the episode. Like that, like for me, that was good stuff. That was good stuff right there. So, how you doing? Anyways, so overall, I would give this episode, man, I want to give this a 10, but there some of the things I kind of wish they had done better because the writing was on the wall and I just wish they had executed. But I'm not gonna be too hard on it. I give this a 9 out of 10. My one highlight, and I really hope if it goes a different route, I like how they address the fact that Ion was woken up by the Morphin Masters because of the fact that Zed is back. They need to wake up like, your time has come. You must help your comrades fight Lord Zed, who is now returned from the dead. I want to see how that's going to happen. Considering the fact that this is the first time we've seen dinosaurs since Dino Charge, I want to see what's finna go down.
Agree.
Yes.
Okay, Kent, your turn. What do you think?
Like I said, I think this was a very good episode. Like, I feel like this is the first time, maybe since Samurai, where I feel like the Six Rangers build up to his debut feels like natural. Like, it feels like it definitely took its time more. Not saying there was anything wrong with the intros of Levi and Nathan Steele and Orion and all that, but it just felt like, well, actually Orion's is a little different, but it just felt like it just sort of abruptly happened without much of the original 5 doing their own thing for a while. So I like that. My issue is that I feel acting wise, Zeta was a little off, not bad or anything, just kind of and I feel Ion had my problem with him was that he's like, you're not a good leader. I was like, he was talking so dead, he was like so monotone. He's like bashing Zeta, who's been the leader like longer, who has been the leader. Yeah, I know they had their issues and all, but it's like he's being so calm about it. It was kind of like Zoe's, like what I had with Zoe's acting chops back in the Force episode in Beast Morphers. Now, and like I said, what I will say, I do like him. Now, something I do think is interesting about this episode. Yes, the Morphing Masters personally went and woke Ion up because Lord Zed's back, and like we haven't really seen the Morphing Masters get this directly involved, except for when they, granted Zeto's team their morphing powers. So, one reviewer, his name ASD Classified, he says, like maybe Zed has the ability to kill the Morphing Masters, which I think could be possible. So if they're like getting this directly involved in the situation, maybe something seriously is probably about to go down, which is cool. So yeah, like that's one of the things I also like about it. And I guess, yeah, it could have been a 2-parter, and it would have been neat to, like what Leo said, have like the team split off a bit, like kind of have them both see the different sides of the situation. But I guess this is fine for what it is, and like I said, I guess I like that Ion doesn't stay like hard-headed about the whole deal. And also, like I said, I think he's massively more interesting than Canelo. Canelo was a very one-trick pony in Rhea Soldier, so I like that there's a little more depth with Ion, which is cool. And yeah, so overall, like I said, I wouldn't say this is like an amazing Sixth Ranger intro. I think it was overall decent, so I guess I'll give it an 8 out of 10.
Okay. And Noemi, what do you think?
I would definitely give it an 8 out of 10 too. I mean, not only did I like the introduction of the Gold Ranger, but at the same time, that one part that really that kind of caught me off guard was when Ion actually he made a confession saying that only if I become the team leader. And I was like, okay, so why would he bring that up since Sato's such a good team leader? But ever since the story happened and all, but like, not only the Rangers had doubts, but somewhat I did have a little doubts. But after that fight in the Megazord, like, he's a really good team leader. And if Ion was to take in his place, he wouldn't know what to do. Like what happened inside the Megazord while they were trying to abandon it. But yeah.
Okay, so what's your score?
8 out of 10.
Okay, my turn. Okay, so I think everyone addressed it a little bit, but I would have to say this: if it were me, hold on, where are my George glasses?
Are you like Jim Cornette? This you finna Jim, man. Hey, someone hit the Jim Cornette alert. Someone should hit the Jim Cornette alert. I can't get it.
Yeah, someone hit it.
Jim Cornette, hit it. Can't hit it. There you go.
Okay,
so real quick, for those y'all who want to know, when we say Jim Cornette alert, for those y'all who are wrestling fans, Jim Cornette, one of the most well-respected managers and wrestling observers and a person who's been in the wrestling business for over 40 years. He likes to critique wrestling really hard. We kind of do it too. So go ahead.
Okay, so my one issue is how quickly Ion, I'm sorry, the way his name is spelled, it's really hard not to say it correctly. I mean, it's really hard to say it correctly. So my issue with Ion revealing himself so quickly and like telling the whole story is that it feels a little rushed to do it in the beginning of the episode. See, I feel like this should have been the beginning of a follow-up episode rather than this episode. What I mean is they should just have him stay in his ranger suit for the entire episode and then plant seeds of doubt. Like he wants to fight the Sporks just like everyone else does, but he's not willing to work with the others, namely Zato. And they could even have a thing where Zato's out of commission this episode, and the other 4 Rangers work really well with Ion, but he's still like, I'll only join the team if you kick Zato out, and then he just like leaves, and then he'll be confronted by Javi. And I feel like Javi is the best of the 4 characters to do this scene with. But he's like, why don't you want to team up with us? What is it between you and Zato? And then he would demorph, showing his real face for the first time. And he'd be like, you don't understand. This whole war, it's all Zato's fault. So then he'll plant seeds of doubt, because we do see in later episodes both not Told, but Bamba teams up with Camelo, and we do see Javi teaming up with Ion. But I think it would work better if it's because Javi's doubting his faith in Zato, and they would play it out for the duration, and then in the beginning of the next episode they would reveal the actual truth, and then through the whole episode they're going to start debating it, whether who's more in the right, who's more in the wrong, and then at the end of that third part they would actually finally quash that beef. I feel like it's a more natural progression, not unlike the Green with the Evil or the White Dino Gem. I love those multi-part episodes where they have to really work on the relationship with their 6th Ranger, and it's not like Ion is evil. He just doesn't trust Zato. That's a lot of things that they could have worked with. Other than that, I had very few issues with it. The jokes were on point, and yeah. And again, the Megazord should have been in a follow-up episode, as I mentioned just now. But other than that, I had very few problems with the episode, and I love how Ion has a distinctly different fighting style than Zato. That shows that yes, we need to incorporate different fighting styles, because what makes Power Rangers so powerful is their diversity, not just their ethnic diversity, but also the diversity in how they're able to operate on the field, which is one thing I loved in the original Power Rangers. Billy was the tech expert. Zach was the comic relief, and he was the fluid guy. Jason was the stoic leader, and so on and so forth. I like having those differences in fighting style. And of course, so I give the episode an 8 out of 10 because there's a lot of good things, but things could have been done a little bit better.
I want a fighting style where a ranger throws a brick. Can we get real talk? No. Real talk. Put me on. Okay. Put me on real quick. Put me on. Real talk.
Tyler used a banana, okay?
No. Listen, Hasbro.
Banana's not that bad.
Let me talk to you real quick. Listen. You know what fighting style you need to put in the next season of Power Rangers? I want I know I've been saying a Street Fighter Power Ranger for the longest. I want a Power Ranger where he will legit take a brick and chuck it. I'm talking like Craig from Fridays. Throw it at the monster. Bit in the head. That's what I want to see. I want to see that. Can we get one where a monster gets a brick thrown at him? Let's do it.
Okay.
Why a brick? Why a brick?
Why not a brick? What?
Why not a brick? You know what? Hopefully, at some point, we'll see Fern or Adrian or Dr. Kano do that. Okay. I want to see some of that Curtis and Richie dynamic. Okay.
Throw a brick.
Or Rocky, Adam, and Aisha pre-Power Ranger.
I need a straight up brick. Okay.
Okay, and of course that is our review for the episode. Now you know what that means. It's time for our comments. Remember, be respectful. Don't spoil things beyond this episode. And of course, let's see what you guys have to say.
And for what about our
individual questions?
Oh yeah.
Oh yes, that's right. Individual questions. Okay, so you already kind of answered this, but I still want to ask it anyways. Leo, this should have happened back in Ninja Steel, but what's it like finally having a black guy as a sixth ranger.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell y'all something.
Wakanda
Yo,
forever.
let me tell y'all something. Internet, let me tell y'all something. I'm just gonna say this right now. Give me a second.
Okay then.
Yeah?
Okay then.
Okay.
Okay, he's probably gonna put on his Black Panther T-shirt. Let's keep it warm.
Oh dear, I have a feeling.
Okay.
I have a feeling.
Okay.
Hold on.
Okay, I'm back. All right, let me tell y'all something. Y'all know how I felt about Ninja Steel. Y'all know exactly how I felt about when they tried to turn the Gold Ranger evil and stuff. I ranted about it. I on camera. I legit hurt our cameraman. And David, if you're watching this, I'm sorry that I chucked my backpack at you still all those years ago. Let me tell y'all something. It's great to see this. I really did wish that we would have more conflict between Zato and Aeon or Ion or people. I know people who are calling him Aeon, like the game Aeon on the MMO,
Or Aeon from Metroid.
or Aeon from Metroid. I would just say this: I'm happy as all get down, and the fact that, correct me if I'm wrong, for the one person who's on TikTok a lot, no, I mean, is Jordan
heard
Fight
that.
an actual professional actor? Or because I know someone said that he was originally on TikTok. Like, if this is his first acting gig, like official acting gig, he's done a really good job. Like, I love the I mean, he was monotone when talking to Zato, but I'm pretty sure with Zato's monotone look, because he's from a different planet, I'm pretty sure that runs on RAFCON. Everyone is all monotone until they start meeting friends and be more interactive and not antisocial and stuff like that. I did like his performance, and I like how he's reflecting on, yo, you the reason why we in this mess. You the reason why we had to take down 150 Pokemon. I mean, Sporks beasts. So, what's up? I could be the leader because clearly you weren't telling your homies the full truth. You know what I'm talking about? I like that. I really like the deception that they kind of put into the episode, and I was a little disappointed that they took that out. Don't get me wrong. I mean, am I my brother's keeper? But I wanted it to be a little bit further. Like, I'm not saying you need to split the Rangers. I'm just saying we should have had like a division in leadership type of thing.
Okay. So,
Does that answer your question? I'm going to make sure.
Okay. So, Noemi, two things. What did you think of the Moza Razor Zord, and what do you think about them kind of spoiling, what the final Megazord's gonna be?
Good question. I mean, the one thing I could say about the Mosa Sword, I really liked it. I mean, despite, the episode having to do with underwater stuff and all. And I think, I believe the Mosa Sword was a missing piece of the Megazord to not only bring a friendship together, but also being able to survive, not survive, actually, but basically bring a friendship together. And that was really amazing. And not to mention, when it comes to, a new Megazord, it's kind of hard to say, in my opinion. I mean, I don't know. That's all I can say, is that the Mosa Sword is the missing piece.
Real quick, Mike, you did show off that Ryuk Soldier Megazord. You shipped to my house, didn't you?
Oh, really?
Anyways, so Kent, do you think that they should have taken things to the direction of maybe at the very least one Ranger should have split off from the team to join Ion? And do you think it should have been Javi or anyone else in the squad, and why?
Well, I think maybe Ion and Zato have been trying to bring this up throughout the review, but didn't really know how to do it right. But I think maybe Ion and Zato have settled their differences. But maybe at some point, the team will still maybe call Zato out again for, not telling them the secret about his planet making the Spore Axes. So, So, maybe more conflict will come from that later on down the line. And, it would also be a clever use of Sentai footage, to, like you said, Kanalo and Bombar worked together a few times. So, maybe they could do it that way, which could be cool. Now, dang it, I always forget something in this. But like I said, they settled their differences, or at least they kind of understand Zato, but maybe this conflict will get brought up again at some point. And also, yeah, the story could have been longer, and we could have had more of a building thing. And while that is kind of my only issue I currently have with Dino Fury, they've been pretty good sharp writing elsewhere. So if something has to fall flat, at least it's this, and well, not the finale.
Yeah. Honestly, for me, it's the reason why I pick Javi is because I just feel like Chance and Jordan just seem to have like this kind of unspoken chemistry when they're on screen together, but it just so happens that at the same time, Bamba and Camelo happen to have a lot of scenes together in the Sentai, so it just lines up. But we'll see as the show progresses. Okay, comment time. Remember, guys, got to be respectful to each other, and no spoilers beyond this episode.
And if you've already watched this episode and the others ahead
on Netflix,
stay quiet.
Stop. Stop where you are.
Remember,
for real.
There's people watching our show that still only have Nickelodeon and not Netflix. Next year, that's going to become a problem, but this year, it's still on Nickelodeon.
And we still have people who are running by honor code.
Yeah.
So please respect the honor code if we have not watched all the way up to the finale. Thank you.
Okay.
Let's go.
So, Wilmer says, mis amigos, Power Rangers. Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Hola, Wilmer.
¿Qué
¿Cómo
pasó?
Okay, Thomas says, "Hey guys, let's see. Moza Razor Sword battle mode is awesome, and even its finisher awesome." And of course, this person gives 3 blue hearts. Okay, okay. Mikey Perez says, "Love this episode." Let's see.
Edward Sanchez says.
Yeah,
right here. I'm surprised.
I'm so surprised that Zato and Ion people created the Sporix Beast. Honestly, I'm not, because Metroid's a thing.
No, but I at the same time, it was such a Vince Russo swerve.
It is a Vince Russo. I'm not saying it's not a Vince Russo swerve. I'm just saying that, given the fact that I've played through all 5 Metroid games
within the last week and a half.
Yes. I'm just like I can see the parallels because the Metroids were created to be ultimate weapons. I'm not going to go into too much detail because I want everyone to actually play through the games, but
And also, right quick, this plot point is also very similar to something that happened in Rio Soldier, where they found out they had a closer connection to the bad guys than they thought. And also, I do kind of wonder, like, how did Ion know that the Sporaxes weren't fully ready yet? I hope that gets addressed at some point.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's see. Jordan Fight is the first Black 6th Ranger, so props to him. Yes. Let's see. We finally got a Black 6th Ranger.
Yep, we sure did.
I still think that Levi's security guard should have been the 6th Ranger in Ninja Steel.
Once again.
A middle-aged black cowboy as the 6th ninja.
We should have got the sheriff from Halloween 2018 and Halloween Kills, which I'm not going to say anything because I've not seen it yet.
I haven't seen Halloween Kills.
I won't see it until tomorrow.
But we will.
Actually, Monday.
We will be reviewing Halloween 07 and Halloween 209. And let me tell y'all something. Rob Zombie, with all due respect, what were you thinking for Halloween 209?
And we'll save the rest for the actual podcast.
Struggle Gaming. Speaking of which, Struggle Gaming Podcast is in the chat. Let's see what they said.
Yo.
They said, hi, 9 out of 10. Oh, am I my brother's keeper? Yes, I am. They also said, hi, 9 out of 10. It was great to see. that we have our first black actor to be a Six Ranger, and yeah, a mini Civil War episode would have been really cool. Shout out to Jordan Fight.
Yeah. Jim
Jim
Cornette
Cornette is back, baby.
Yep.
Yep.
Set up the alert.
Hit it.
Hit it, bro.
Yeah, get it?
Yeah.
Come on.
Come
Press
on.
the alert.
Hello again. Welcome to a brand new episode of the Jim Cornette Experience Morphin Network Edition. I am your host, Jim Cornette, and with me is the man who loves to wear purple rain, the great Brian Cabido.
He reminds me of that one guy from Metal Gear Revengeance.
No.
He really does. No doubt about it. He really does.
He looks like Senator
Armstrong.
That's Senator Armstrong.
Okay.
Yeah.
And even though we played this just now, I'm just gonna hold it up again because I'm my brother's keeper.
Yes, I am.
Am I my brother's keeper?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Move along.
Okay.
If y'all haven't seen it, please watch New Jack City. Please, it's on Tubi TV.
Yeah, New Jack City is actually a really fun movie to review. Especially that one line that we cannot repeat on this episode.
Yeah.
And of course, thank you for watching the show, guys. You have been such a lovely audience. And of course, the four people here, let us know if you like our content. Be sure to follow, like, and subscribe to us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and on YouTube, and ding the bell icons because the YouTube dead man would like to hack into the algorithms. The YouTube Sporks, since this is a different show now. Okay. And of course, if you liked Power Rangers and us reviewing, if you like us reviewing Dino Fury, you could check out Kent right here, who reviews Kikai Sentai Zenkaiger in Sentai Hero Special. You could follow the two of us with our Kamen Rider Revice reviews at the Rider Time Podcast. And of course, you could follow Noemi, who, along with Jen, reviews the Boom Studio comics. And of course, we also do interviews with actors. Most recently, we've done Hunter Dino, we've done Tessa Rao, Samuel Benta, and David Bacon, who, as some of you may know, played Orko in Mighty Morphin Alien Rangers. And of course, if you want to check out our individual content outside of Morphin Network, Noemi, where can they find you?
No problem. You wonderful people can find me on Instagram, Brad Spider-Man, and also my Twitch and my TikTok, which stay tuned for more content on there, and also my YouTube channel, Cosplay Chica 101. And where can they find you, Leo?
Y'all beautiful people can find me on Twitter and Instagram at @TheRex_Fox. Follow me on my YouTube page, Reckless_Fox, and follow all Lathe Gaming content and reviews on twitch.tv/RecklessFox. In case you guys don't know, if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel or my Twitch, recently Sora got announced for Smash Bros. Ultimate, and I lost my 3-year bet with my cousin, and I just paid him $50 today. So yeah, I'm not that happy about that. But I'm happy that Sora's in the game, though. So if you want, you can watch my reaction on YouTube right now. And watch as I play as Sora when he gets released. Kent, where can they find you?
You can find me on Instagram, Brown_K, as well as QR Ranger Book. And also, I am trying to work it out with these guys. These guys, I'm not sure what side you guys are on.
Yeah, you got it.
All right. I'm hoping to do a sort of a bit of a theory, speculation, prediction video for what might happen later on down the line in Dino Fury. Ryan and I are working that out. So stay tuned. Hopefully we can pull that off before the season finale. So, and Mike, where can we find you?
Okay, you lovely people can find me on Instagram at @Chronoscorges_cosplay, and where I posted some really nice footage of the 5 Metroid games all in a row. And of course, you can follow me on Twitch at twitch.tv/BokenKabuto, where I am playing Metroid Zero Mission. And after I beat that, I'm going to try to figure out a way to play Samus Returns, which is difficult because it's on the 3DS, but life finds a way, especially if you're a Metroid or a Sporks Beast. And of course, or a Mosasaur. And of course, again, follow, like, and subscribe Morphin Network. And other than that, what else can I say? But once a Ranger,
Always a Ranger.
See y'all next time. Bye.
Enjoy Sora and Smash, people.
Carson's Corner is a black LGBTQ owned small business. They sell merchandise and apparel on pop culture franchises such as Dragon Ball, King of the Hill, Sailor Moon, and of course and most importantly, Power Rangers. If you're interested in getting their amazing merch, be sure to check them out at carsoncorner.com. Link will be down below.